We back real quick with the Box Clinic. Your boy CJ Goodfella and Radio Raheem did an interview with Jim Lampley. I'll try to put the link in the description for y'all. And he said that he thought Gennady Golovkin was deteriorating in the boxing sense. In the boxing ring, he said it's not the same Golovkin that he saw. He said he was very timid in his attack, trying to go to Canelo's body. He said a lot of stuff that I already had said. He said that wasn't the same Golovkin that he was accustomed to seeing, a guy that come forward basically with reckless abandonment, not scared to get hit on the chin or to the body and come in there and tear guys up. And, a lot of people, including Jim Lampley, was mad or shocked, I'm not going to say mad, was shocked that Golovkin didn't go for the knockout against Canelo Alvarez. He was not punching through the target like he usually do. He's punching at the target. He wasn't committing to his punches, for a better term, for y'all to understand. He wasn't pressing the attack like we thought he would. He would stay. He'd get close and he'd pick his shots. And if he threw a wild combination, there was really no conviction around him. He was scared to get countered. And he had a tired guy in front of him. Anybody else got tired in front of Golovkin, he will usually close the show. Or at least knock him down. And that's what Jim Lampley was saying. He said in the rematch, I don't think Golovkin could do anything to change it up. He said his best bet in the rematch with Canelo was to go back to the way he was as far as being aggressive and really going balls to the wall or the pedal to the metal and being aggressive. And he says in the rematch he thinks Canelo has the tools to beat Golovkin. That's who he would favor because Canelo basically can adjust. He knows what he's up against. He knows he gonna look at the tape and basically be like, oh, this is what I left on the floor. He says he's gonna make the adjustment. Basically, he's the smarter fighter, the more versatile fighter, and he can improve. And he don't think Golovkin can improve on his performance last time out. And that's kind of like the Andre Ward, Sergey Kovalev thing. It's kind of like, oh, we think Canelo figured him out. Now I'm not 100% ready to commit to that. Had to break down that film a little bit more, but I understand what he's saying, and I kind of partially agree. I think Canelo has more tools in the bank, and can get the job done. In the rematch, he could tear up Golovkin. Especially if Golovkin turns around, fights in December, and then come back and fight in May. I know being active counts for something, but I think Canelo would just be a fresher fighter too. But with him deteriorating, I don't think that's what it is. That's the excuse that the Golovkin fans want to use. And a lot of people didn't like that video and was, crazy comments at Jim Lampley. He was calling it how he saw it. But it's not that. It's just that Golovkin is stepping up in competition. It had nothing to do with his physical skills. He was talking about his footwork was lackluster in this fight as well. It was lackluster in the Danny Jacobs fight as well too. It ain't that he's deteriorating or he's getting slow. He's been slow. The power ain't going nowhere, really. He just stepped up in the class of competition now. I told you guys. He ain't fighting them fucking bums, Curtis Stevenson, David Lemieux, motherfucking Rubio, and motherfucking Rosado, motherfuckers like that. He not fighting them no more. He stepped up in competition, like it or not. These ain't these C and C minus and D fighters he been fighting, Adamo, Ishida. This is not that. This is top fighters. Kell Brook is a top fighter in the welterweight division, and he gave him issues. Danny Jacobs is a top fighter in the middleweight division. Not in boxing, but just in the middleweight division. And Canelo is a top fighter that just got to the middleweight division, technically. So, you got to make that correlation, too. It ain't that he's slowing down, his footwork is weak. He going against people that can move better, people that can do something, people that is not a one-trick pony. That's what I'm trying to tell people. The difference between Lemieux, Stevens, and Canelo is massive. Canelo's a guy that can move his head and place his shots and do different things. Those guys are just one-punch bomb throwers. And you can beat them guys with a jab and just a little bit of movement. That's when Kevin Kelly made the comparison to David Lemieux and Canelo and said if Triple G did the same thing that David Lemieux he do to Canelo, hell no, it ain't gonna happen. And it ain't that he deteriorating, it's that he stepping up in competition. And now people want to make the excuse, oh, he getting old. He ain't getting old, fighting better fighters. That's all it is. And it just happened to be 35. He ain't moving slow or nothing like that. He was scared to punch against Canelo. Anybody else in there that wasn't Canelo and had them skills, he would have punched and went out for the knockout. But it is what it is. Let me know what y'all think. We gone.